Okay, today's lesson objective is to determine the products of combination reactions. Now, combination reactions are just as easy as decomposition reactions. They're nice and simple. In simplicity, what we're talking about is a reaction in which there's only two reactants and they combine to form one product. The halogens and oxygen are very reactive elements, and they're very likely to undergo combination reactions with other elements. Combination reactions are usually exothermics. They're the ones that release energy. So our general combination reaction is X plus Y equals XY. Nice and simple. So for instance, with oxygen, we would say the metal plus oxygen gives us metal oxides. Not hard, right? So here's an example. Iron, in this case iron 3, gives us oxygen to give us iron oxide. So we would write this as a chemical equation as Fe plus O2 equals Fe2O3, and then we need to just quickly balance that up. With the halogens, we have a metal plus a halogen gives us a metal halide. Nice and simple, right? So barium plus fluorine gives us barium fluoride. These are essentially no-brainers, I would like to think. Let's have a look at one now with a combination of oxygen and magnesium. Now, in order to break the metallic bonds of magnesium and the oxygen bonds, we need to add a little bit of energy. We can do that in the form of heat. Now, our product will be magnesium oxide if we're following our generic formula. Magnesium plus oxygen, magnesium oxide. Now, it will have very distinctly different properties to magnesium, and that's what we're going to be having a little look at. Okay, so what I've got here is my magnesium, and as you can see, it looks like any ordinary piece of metal. It looks a lot like aluminium, has similar sort of properties to aluminium. It's got a little bit of flexibility to it, that ductility that we would call that. What I'm going to do is heat this up to get this reaction started. As you can see now, it's giving off a huge amount of light and heat energy in what we call an exothermic reaction. Now, the key thing to notice here is you'll notice that the properties of this, look how fragile and brittle that has become now. So that magnesium oxide now is extremely brittle, completely changed its properties. So quite clearly there, the product is a grey-white ash, which is very different to its original properties. This also tells us that a chemical reaction has happened. A large amount of light was produced, which tells us that it was exothermic as well, as releasing that energy. So our word equation, I'd like you to have a go at magnesium and oxygen. Should be very simple, I would think. And then have a go at writing that chemical equation, making sure that it's balanced. So give that a pause now and have a go. It's going to look like this and balanced up with two magnesiums and two magnesium oxides. In summary, a combination reaction brings two reactants together. They can be either elements or compounds, and it produces a product that is a single molecule. Nice and simple.